where are we going to go? I guess up over here. Get up on a rock. Okay, we get everybody to gather around, have our little safety talk. Appreciate everyone coming out. I'm Bill Cogley, or Cogs on the forum. And this is Ranger Lars on the forum. Just call him Lars, be fine. Not very messy. We ought to be done and shooting in no time. Got sign-in sheets. Everyone needs to sign in on the U.S. Forest Service ones. Only Northwest Firearms members sign in on the firearms. Northwest Firearms with your username. That's fine. On the cleanup stuff, safety-wise things, be sure you wear gloves. I see some good boots, work boots things, and jeans. That's good. Use some leather type gloves if you can, or heavy duty gloves. We do have some the nitrate type gloves also.
We've got some pretty thick ones. The black ones are 9 mil. Those are pretty heavy disposable gloves up there.
Yeah. Just be careful. Look before you pick up. Maybe broken glass. I don't think, but you never know. There could be needles out here too, so watch out. Our trash bags, let's not fill them all the way up. They get too heavy. Go about half to 3/4 full and just kind of check them. But if you're raking up things and you get a lot of gravel and shoveling it in there, they get too heavy to heft up there, and we don't need to work that hard. So half to 3/4 would be fine. Let's haul all the trash over here, and we'll either go straight into the back of the truck or get a pile going right behind it, one or the other. Dave is with dump stoppers. How do you want to work that? Just have them toss it right in?
You can toss it right in with the exception of tires. Don't throw tires in. I have to take those in separately. So those will stack to the outside. If you have any little propane bottles, everyone likes to shoot little green 1 pound propane bottles. Yeah. So if you happen to find one surprisingly without a bullet hole in it, either put a bullet hole in it or set it aside with the tires. Because I can't take those in without a hole in them as well. So those are pretty much our only restrictions on the garbage.
Good. All right. So with dump stoppers is Dave, and who else is here with dump stoppers?
Cena, our deputy Rick Hilton, right over here, and our former deputy Tom Dirksen.
Great. Thank you very much for coming. Appreciate your help.
And Dump Stoppers is a part of Clackamas County, and it's funded through some private timberland and public money and some county money. You can direct into that.
Lots of grants.
Yeah, lots of grants to try to deal with some of the dumping that happens around county lands, public lands, or private timberlands, whether it's shooting related or otherwise. So we're really grateful to have them be able to haul this stuff. And we do have, there's more sites besides this one that are just up the road. So this one, a lot of folks kind of started cleaning this up. They weren't able to attend today and wanted to do their part. So I appreciate that, but it doesn't look like we don't have 50 people worth of work to do right here. So we'll kind of get some people to head up the road that are willing to do that too, and capture some of those other sites. And I just want to say a little bit about, this is part of a broader effort that Mountain National Forest has been doing to try to create opportunity and dissuade people from target shooting in a way that you guys have all seen, and I'm sure offends you, and that's part of why you're here, where the shooting community gets a bad name from all the trash that gets left when people shoot trees. We have areas where there's 100 yards of trees shot down. It looks like a clear cut from thousands of rounds that have shot trees down. I've had them fall on people's cars, basically from the wind blowing after they've been almost shot down by target shooting. So all those safety issues, people don't always shoot with a safe backstop. So this is all part of a program to try to deal with concerns that visitors have had, that our forest employees have had, that our contractors like our loggers have. They deserve the right to be able to do their work in the forest and feel safe from target shooting. So we're trying to professionalize and spread the message of how to do target shooting in a safe and sustainable way. because the Forest Service recognizes target shooting as a legitimate recreational pastime, and we want to provide that opportunity. But there's so much. You guys have passed 1,000 signs on the way up here on county and private land that say don't shoot here. And beyond this cleanup is the target shooting information program, which Bill has been our champion of. And that's about setting up a booth up like this, and I want to also cultivate folks, and I won't spend too much time on it because it's starting to drizzle and people want to get started, but people that are interested in doing that, please be active on the forum and talk to me today, because we need, a few good men and women to step up and we set this up, we kind of flag people in or have the signs that as they're coming into the forest, let people know where to go, how to shoot safely without causing resource damage, without causing a kind of a bitter public opinion of the shooting community. We want to turn that around. We don't want to just have areas closed down where no one can go anywhere anymore. We don't want to have no shooting signs. So this is our answer to that. This is our effort to say that we can manage this and we can help people learn shooting ethics, shooting responsibility, shooting safety, and change the behavior where a small percentage of folks are giving a bad name to the entire sport, and we don't let that happen. We don't want areas to continue to be shut down and have that negativity out there. So this is our positive effort, and we had really great success last year. We really transformed some areas, and we've noticed a real difference with the amount of trash and people shooting trees, shooting unsafely, shooting complaints, and so we want to keep that going. And we need some fresh folks to be able to step up and help with that. So I'm asking folks today if that feels like something you'd like to be part of, then I'd love to have you. So come talk to me and Bill.
Typically we'll set up the information booth on a Saturday, somewhere close to a shooting range, on the way to it, but not right at the site where they're shooting. We get about 20, on a nice day we'll get even up to 40 people, 35, 40 people stop in, and it's amazing how many of those people never realize there's rules for shooting in the forest. You're kidding me. And you mean I can't shoot my milk jugs, or this is ridiculous, they say. So, but they learn that there are rules, and they could get fines if they get caught shooting at garbage and trash, that kind of thing. You shoot it, you own it, it becomes yours, so watch what you shoot and be careful. Majority of the people really have a good attitude about it. They're really surprised that there's a group of gun owners out here trying to help other gun owners. And it's kind of like the slogan that Joe Link came up with, supporting gun owners of the Pacific Northwest, and that's what we're doing, is we're out here supporting gun owners, trying to help them do it better and trying to make a better difference for public shooting.
We want the success of this program to be a model throughout the Northwest, so that the other land management agencies see that and see that this kind of activity can turn things around, so you don't see areas closed down. So this is people are watching to see the success of this. So again, I emphasize this is something that you can help out with. I really urge you to come talk to me. And then just quickly, another thing that we do, we find that people don't bring targets when they come shooting, which means they just stop here and they look around and they shoot whatever they can see, which ends up being trees and wildlife and the junk that other people, if someone dumped their refrigerator, they shoot that. And then shooters get blamed for that refrigerator being there, where really someone just dumped it. But once it gets a bullet hole in it, you know what gets associated. So we want to really turn all that around. So we provide people targets that they can shoot, which is as simple as our printed out target off our website, stuck on a paper grocery bag with a rock in the bottom, or on a cardboard box they bring, and then they've got something to shoot at. They're safe and illegal. We hand out earplugs, we direct people to the right area. So enough about that, unless you want to cover some more. I want to get
No, I want to cover that. Yeah, anyone that's interested, we could sure use some help. We'd appreciate it. We only need 2 people on a Saturday. That's all. So if we could get a couple people, I will be there, Lars will be there, and help you feel comfortable with it and stuff.
And we have incentive awards for people that volunteer that I've got on the table over there later. Like when every time people come, we have one of those reactive targets, like the dartboard, just a fun thing. When you come X number of times, which we'll figure it out, we've got an ammo can, and the next number of times over that, we've got a nice Otis cleaning kit, things that the Forest Service is willing to give back to honor folks for their time, which I realize is very valuable. So,
Question, what happens when we find live ammo out here? How do you want it handled?
Dump
Just found a
stoppers.
couple, what?
Just separate it and put it in another bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give it to the booth.
Yeah.
Just bring it here and we'll deal with it. Just separate it out. And we won't burden dump stoppers or the dump with handling live ammo.
Yeah.
And I also that qualifies for partially filled containers with mysterious solvents and substances that are chemicals that we don't know what they are. Let's just note those and let one of us know, and we'll come and try to evaluate it. I don't want anyone to pick up something that could hurt them. You know, thankfully, most of the chemical dumping epidemic is behind us, but that's always possible. So if it's some kind of mystery chemicals, I don't want anyone getting into that. That's definitely what we don't want to happen today. We want this to be safe and fun and do some good work and accomplish something. We're going to work on repairing our sign there that already got vandalized over the winter. And then just lastly, briefly, what this is that the Forest Service has started to do. This road was supposed to be closed, and rather than just closing it in the typical way or gating it, we wanted to provide opportunity for the target shooters, so they do have a positive place to come rather than just trying to figure it out. And so we bermed this road down there. We made a safe berm. We have a berm up around the corner here as well. So the Forest Service is committed as part of this positive program to, as we do work in the future, we're going to try to construct areas that are compatible with safe and sustainable target shooting. We're a little bit short of being able to build real range facilities. There's a lot of issues with that, but this is what we're doing now, is trying to create spots for people to go. And then I also want, just lastly, when we have some spots like this, if we can get a couple of folks to be willing to adopt them, to be able to come out more often and pick up the smaller stuff, the larger stuff that needs to be picked out. But if we divide the labor of it, you know, the entire forest is just overwhelming, and it feels like you can't make a difference by yourself. But if we can get people to adopt this site, especially, and then some others that I have ideas about, that can kind of divide the load out. And we also are going to post, this area is maintained by the volunteers of the target shooting community through Northwest Firearms. And people will see that, and they might think a little harder about what they're doing, and if they're going to leave trash or if they're going to shoot trees, etc., because then they might think a little harder about it. So that's the plan for today. I keep promising to end up quickly, but I haven't. But I think I'm good. Very briefly, this is Aaron, our manager of recreation on the west side here, and he's been he got this work done here to build and improve this site for y'all. And he's as we do timber sales and other projects, he's been in there to make sure that the work is done. We're going to do work with heavy equipment anyway. We're going to provide opportunities whenever possible. So thank you for that, Aaron. And we also have the ranger for this district. This is on the Zigzag District, Bill Westbrook, here today. And we have our deputy forest supervisor for all mounted national forests is Jim DeMag, and they're willing to shoulder with you and help pick up and be available for your questions, and they appreciate your presence. Do you guys want to say anything, or?
I just want to thank everybody for coming out. It's great to have partners and collaborators in the management of the forest, and this is important to all of us. I'm a recreational shooter myself, so it's nice to see there's a place to go and people taking ownership in it. So I thank you all for coming out. And I guess this is a good day on the Mount Hood. It's not that bad.
This is a great day on the Mount Hood.
It's kind of raining, so it's pretty good. So I thank you all for taking your personal time and helping being a part of this.
Yeah, I agree. It's just pretty overwhelming seeing everybody out here this morning, so really appreciate it. And it's been said over and over, target shooting is an appropriate use on National Forest System land, and we want to keep it that way and make sure it's done responsibly. Thank you for all your efforts. Appreciate it.
And then is that Laura there? Just arrived?
There she is, all bundled up.
Hey there! I'm sorry we're late, but we had a little kerflux. They locked up all the pool vehicles, and we did.
We couldn't
get out. So I'm
Anyway,
gonna-
Laura is our public affairs officer, and she, as part of our outreach to the community, she conveys all your good work to our media. And say hello to Laura if you want to know more
Hi
about that
everybody,
effort.
and I need someone to follow me back to town because I don't have any gas in my truck.
All right.
Thank you all for being here. And if anybody takes some good pictures today, if anybody's around, if they could send us their pictures. And Raven Reese here is our Student Conservation Association intern, and she's helping me in public affairs, and she's going to be videoing and taking pictures. So you know if she's around pestering you, that's what she's doing for our Facebook and all that. So thank you all very much for being here. And come say hi if you have a chance to me or Raven.
Okay, and then so we need some folks here, and then if folks want to follow me and Jim, our exceptional volunteer in the orange hat and that awesome green Jeep that he's created down there, I'm volunteering Jim to come up the road with me and show folks other sites. Bill, maybe you want to throw in with that. Up to you. Bill, this Bill, do you want to, and Aaron, do you want to take care of kind of coordinating this site? But there's not that much left here already. The kids took care of it. But there is quite a bit more up around the corner, etc.
Ian is walking around with the raffle tickets. We forgot to get that started when you signed in. Make sure you're signed in and make sure you get a raffle ticket from Ian or from Yola.
So grab some gloves. We have these pickers available.
Trash bags are where?
The back
Back of the dump stoppers truck. There's a box
Back
of
there
trash
are the
bags
trash
right there.
bags. Okay.